One of the important article in today's Hindu, page number 7, allowing judges to be judged. The thing is that the article questions about the judicial accountability on the judges. Okay, while there is a recent uproar, there is a recent controversy regarding the implementation or regarding the National Judicial Appointment Commission. Okay, the this theme issue, it is an issue. This issue is very important actually. Okay, the thing is that the no matter the National Judicial Appointment Commission, one of the grounds as revealed by the Attorney General of Attorney General in the Supreme Court, that what is the necessity of National Judicial Appointment Commission. Then is one of the things is that till this moment the collegium system, he puts question on the collegium system. He says that, there is a research, there are some evidences that the collegium system had appointed inefficient judges. Okay, and as a result of this, the performance of some judges during recent time are not up to the mark. Okay, these are the some accusations as revealed by the Attorney General in court. But the thing is that the judges are there is enough judicial independence as revealed in the constitution, or as revealed in the judges inquiry commission. There must be there must be an enough independence in judiciary for performing their for performing anything for performing their activities independently. But thing is that while emphasizing the judicial independence for the judges, but there is comparatively there is a lack of judicial accountability. Judicial accountability is very much less very much less enumerated in every case. For example, in our constitution only, it has been written that the judges can be impeached for their misconduct. Okay, but the term is that impeachment has been now defined in the constitution. Okay, then what are the grounds of misconduct now defined in the constitution? That means what? There is no ground for the performance of judges in the constitution. Okay, while giving the judicial independence for the judges, but there is no concrete procedure for examining the performance of the judges, how the performance of the judges are to be judged. Okay, how they can be evaluated, how their work can be evaluated. There is no explicit procedure, neither in revealed in the constitution, neither in judges inquiry law, and neither impeachment. The thing is that the both this thing, okay, neither in constitution there is there is defined about the about the any procedure for the judging the performance of the judges, neither judicial inquiry law any detail gives any detail about this thing, and neither impeachment procedure has given anything that on which ground the judges have to be impeached. Okay, that means that there is a extreme lack of judicial accountability in Indian scenario. Okay, now thing is that if we see in world, if we keep a view in world context, then we will see in different countries that under Roman law, it is said that under Roman law there are strict procedure. In Rome there are strict laws. Okay, who says then how a judge can be, what are the grounds of inefficiency of a judge. If a judge has not been able to deliver impartially, has not been able to deliver judgment impartially, if a judge has not arrived in court at time. Okay, there are different grounds in Rome law which has been explicitly enunciated in on the which ground a judge can be on which the performance of a judge can be evaluated. In that, in Sweden actually judges are actually were subject to mild criminal sanction for breach of duty, and the ombudsman could initiate action or even prosecute them. Okay, even in Denmark also there is a special court actually, who there is a special court who actually observes the work performance of the judges, and who actually receives complaint regarding the works of the judges. Okay, but in India actually there is neither any system of ombudsman for examining the performance of the judges, neither any system of complaint like Denmark. Okay, nothing is present nothing is persistent in India to evaluate the performance of the judges actually. Okay, the thing is that in USA actually there is a merit plan. There is a name in United States called the merit plan, under which not only the appointment of the judges are actually evaluated, but ongoing works of the judges, okay, ongoing performance of the judges are also evaluated in United States, and in United States under this merit plan. Okay, then there are some states like California, Utah, there is a Judicial Performance Review Commission. Okay, then in that way, in New York and Alaska, the article mentions that there is some trained court observer who actually visits the court surprisingly and examines the performance of the judges. Okay, but in contrast to all these evaluating system existing in world judicial system, there is very alarmingly lacking of any judicial performance system in India. Okay, on this ground, as Attorney General mentioned in the court, that the performance of the judges under the recent appointed by the judges under recent collegiate systems are very poor. Okay, it is actually untenable, because while there is no system, while there is no existing system to examine the works of the judges, to examine the performance of the judges, then how can government say that, okay, that the judges has not been able to perform their duties in time or duties duly. Okay, has not been able to perform their duties duly. It is inept to say. Okay, because there is no existing current mechanism how to judge the how to evaluate the performance of the judges. Okay, as article has mentioned, there are some grounds, actually there are some grounds on which the works of the judges can be evaluated. For example, knowledge of the law. Okay, a judge must have the ability to interpret the law in terms of socio-political scenario, not only the country law. Okay, he must have also be adept in all the international law, okay, for a apt judgment. Okay, then in the integrity is the very much integral, very much necessary quality of the judges. Okay, he must have been able to maintain the dignity of his post, okay, as well as the dignity of the responsibility, as well as the dignity and responsibility of the judicial system, okay, without influencing by any internal or external scenario. Okay, then communication skill. Okay, the judge must have the able to listen to the arguments of different strata of society, okay, and it must have been able to decide on must have been able to decide their judgment on their statements, okay, interpreting those statements under the law. Okay, in that a communication skill is very much necessary. In that way, sentencing impartiality is very much integral part of his judge. Okay, in that writing judgment. Okay, the writing judgment actually in another thing, that it is said that in most of the judges actually have written very less judgment. Writing very less judgment means what happened? The disposing very less cases. Okay, that means what? A judge has not been able to dissolve cases in adequate time. Okay, and there is another matter. Writing judgment means whether the judge is giving sentences on the basis of a new law, or on the basis of constitution, then important phenomena relating with judgment is that whether a judge is giving a pronunciation, giving a sentence only on the basis of recent Supreme Court judgment or any provision of constitution, and whether he has been able to provide any his own opinion. Okay, this thing is that the last sentence is very much important. In India, it is said that most of the judges has not given any opinion regarding a judgment. Okay, the thing is that in India, what happened? The law is what? Law is not only that is which is written in constitution. Law is that what is the judgment of the Supreme Court. Okay, when we say that judgment of the Supreme Court are included regarded as a law, okay, then while giving a judgment, if a judge has given his own opinion, his interpret any cases, is interpret any law from his own opinion and given his own verdict regarding merits and demerits of any law, okay, how any case switch the any provision, okay, and what are his opinions, okay. The most of the judges in India are not giving his own opinion in the cases, okay, that this thing is very important, okay, giving opinion with a judgment. Most Indian judges are lacking in this case, okay. Then allowing these factors, for example, giving own opinion along with judgment, knowledge of law, integrity, communication skill, impartiality, writing judgment, these are the some criteria which can be used to perform the which can be used to perform the which can be used to evaluate the performance of a judge. चालू तो किया था किसे ऑफ हो गया. Thank you. So if you are asked in a question in exam, how a balance can be maintained between judicial independence and judicial accountability, okay, it is very important. You have to write a very balanced answer, okay. You have to write that while Indian constitution judges inquiry law and impeachment have mentioned about that a judges can be imposed on improper a judges can be impeached for his misconduct, but nowhere in the constitution defines what is the ground for misconduct, okay. No performance procedure, no concrete grounds to remove the judges or to examine the performance of the judges has been mentioned in Indian constitution, okay. In the first paragraph you can write this way. Then you have to bring the context of different judicial performance procedure existing in law, as I have already mentioned, or as written in the constitution, okay. As in USA there is a merit plan, okay. In Netherlands there is a ombudsman. In Sweden there is a judicial complaint procedure, okay. In this way you can in second paragraph you can write about the existing judicial performance procedure, then in different parts of the world. And after that, in third paragraph you can write that how there is a lacking, okay, comparing India. Then in third paragraph you have to compare the Indian procedure for Indian procedure for impeach of judge, or Indian procedure for the performance of judge, and the existing procedure for performance of judge existing in different parts of the world. You have to give a comparison, okay. You have to show how you have to show how India is lacking such a mechanism in comparison to the other parts of the world. Then in fourth paragraph you can mention the different grounds, like I mentioned knowledge of law, integrity, communication, impartiality, writing judgment, and writing his own opinion, okay. How these can be taken as a ground for the performance of judges. And after that you can write that how an efficient mechanism is necessary to examine the performance of a judges on these grounds. Then in conclusion you can write a answer some lines very balanced way. The judicial independence and judicial accountability both are integrated part of the part for retaining the faith on judiciary in a democratic country like India. But while in which judicial independence is necessary, in that judicial accountability is very much necessary, because independence without accountability sometimes tends to be meaningless. That is why there is a need for establishing a independent mechanism that will evaluate or that will balance both the judicial independence and judicial accountability process in judicial system in India.